So hi everybody. So today I'm here with Peter and we're gonna work on the slice backhand. And Peter is a lefty.
Yes.
So I've never done a video with a lefty. So this is gonna be interesting. I apologize on behalf of all the righties because we never do videos for lefties. Have you ever found a video on YouTube?
No, never. I always have to like flip it in my head.
Turn it around. No,
Right.
that's not fair.
I'm like dyslexic or something because I can never do
Oh.
it.
All right, so today, today we're gonna work on his slice backhand. So why don't you come over on this side?
All right.
And the first thing that I want to ask you is, what is it that you think of when you hit a slice backhand?
I don't know.
Like, how do you do? If you were to teach me a slice backhand, how would you do it?
I'd probably like start there and then just kind of go like that.
Okay,
And
all right.
like I try to, I guess.
You go
break
from
my
left to
wrist.
right, right to left, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I try to break my wrist. I don't know if I'm supposed to, and then kind of
Yeah.
get that wrist.
All right, so
All right.
you just showed me what you would do is you basically go from right to left, right? Because you have the idea in your head that you're gonna cut.
Right, exactly.
So that's exactly what I don't want you thinking.
Okay.
Because the idea is that the grip is so uncomfortable that it's gonna make you cut.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to try to push through the ball first, and then allow that grip to allow your hand to basically get comfortable.
Okay.
So what I'm talking about is the Continental grip.
Yep.
Right? So what I'm talking about is the Continental grip. So what you want to make sure that you're doing, here, I'm going to give you a ball, is that you feel like this is a knife and you're cutting something. So you should be able to hit the ball with this part of the ball,
Okay.
with this part of the racket. So
Okay.
let's try and do that. Good. So yeah, so it's a chopping grip, right?
Okay.
So if I asked you to make the strings face forward, it would be uncomfortable, right? And I see you already kind of like gripping the racket.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
what happens. The hand doesn't like the grip.
Uh-huh.
And so we want to be aware of that,
Uh-huh.
so that at first we're going to start uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then at the end, we're going to finish comfortable. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? So we're going to try and bend the wrist,
Okay.
and we're going to try and push, and then we're going to let the grip unfold,
Okay.
right? Because the main thing of any stroke is to try to get it deep.
Right.
If you hit depth, then you're going to force your opponent
Right.
to hit short,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So stay here for a second.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I'll take that ball from you. Ideally, we wanna make contact in front. So we're gonna try and be really flexible with that wrist and let it, don't grip, let it bend. So I want it to feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and get a really long follow through.
Okay.
See how, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Now when you can't go any farther, that's when you're gonna go, okay, I've had it.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go.
Wow. Okay.
Left to right, or
Okay.
right to left.
Okay.
So any stroke needs to go from the back to the front, and then from the right to the left, or the left to the right.
Gotcha.
But what everybody does is they go, oh, I'm gonna hit a slice. I'm gonna go right to left.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
the first thing on any stroke is the
Straight
depth.
through,
You
right.
go from the back to the front, and then over here, that's when you're gonna use the principle of the windshield-wiper, meaning that this is where you're gonna rotate from,
Okay.
and this is what's going to rotate,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Now this is gonna move a little bit, but if we have the intention that this is your pivot point, then you're gonna see a lot more motion coming from the outside of the racket.
Got it. Okay.
So back to front, windshield wiper,
Right.
and finish.
Okay.
Okay?
So the finish is here.
Yeah. So ideally, we're gonna go back to front, and then windshield wiper, we're gonna pivot from here, and we're gonna go sideways, right? So I'm gonna bounce the ball for you, and you're just gonna concentrate on pushing.
Okay.
So we're gonna split this stroke in two,
Okay.
just the beginning.
Okay.
And your
start
mission
here.
is to try to bend the wrist as much as you can and stop when you can't bend it anymore. And you're not gonna finish the stroke.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna go straight.
Okay.
All right,
I don't know if
so I'm
anywhere's
gonna
safe.
give you a guide.
Okay.
You're gonna try and follow this straight line for as long as you can.
Okay.
And so you're probably gonna stop here.
Okay.
Ready? That's it. And you're not trying to slice it. You're just going to try and keep the racket with an angle of 90 degrees.
Okay.
So yes, we do go under the ball, but we're not doing that yet.
Okay.
We're going to try and
Right.
keep it flat, flat, flat,
Okay.
flat, flat. So
All
do
right.
whatever you can with that wrist. That's it. That's it. Again. Yes. You see how the hand wants like, I don't
Yeah.
want to do this. I want to go under.
Yeah.
So that's what's natural about the grip. And that's
Okay.
why I think it's so easy
Okay.
to hit a slice, because you just let the slice happen.
Right. Right. I see.
Okay. Ready? Good. Perfect.
Okay.
Then relax the hand, because this is not easy to do.
You're right.
So, and relax the grip.
I see. Okay.
So now, what we're gonna use is, we're gonna use your pectoral muscles.
Okay.
So ideally, your right arm, you start with the racket back here, right? You bring your left arm by using your right arm, okay? And then we're gonna try and separate them by opening up the chest, right?
Okay.
And so your right arm is gonna be your brake, and your
Okay.
left arm is gonna be your accelerator.
Okay.
So if you wanna go down the line, meaning go straight, then this arm is really gonna try and stop the stroke from happening.
Okay.
But if you wanna go cross court, then you're not gonna try and stop it so much, so you go a little bit more sideways. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Okay.
as if you were grabbing something from the back.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I want you to go straight.
Okay.
Ready?
From back here.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Good. And so all your intention is, I'm gonna try and keep that 90-degree angle. I'm not gonna let it change.
Right.
Yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay. Right.
Ready? That's perfect. Again. Here we go. Beautiful.
Okay,
Very nice.
yeah, okay.
Now, wouldn't it be nice if you could follow through a little bit more?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You would get more depth.
Yeah.
Now, you want to do that.
Okay.
How would you do that if you ran out of arm?
I guess.
You have your legs.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you could move your legs
Oh, I see.
and then stretch that follow through.
Okay.
So the most important part of the slice, in my opinion, is how deep it is.
Right.
Because the deeper, the heavier.
Right.
And the heavier, the more you push the person back here.
Right.
So you're gonna remember this line, and you're gonna try and get it as deep as you can.
Okay.
As long as you can. So use your legs and use your arms.
Oops.
That's it. That's okay. See how I hurt your frame, right?
Yeah.
It's because your brain is still thinking like
Right.
before.
Right.
We're just gonna try and aim for the middle of the strings and push through it. There we go. Very nice.
All right.
And you notice what your hand is doing? It's
Right.
changing. You're doing this to the wrist.
Right.
So you know you have the right idea.
Right.
So arm and legs. Very good. So I want you to be comfortable with the legs and let the legs happen.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. So now you did something that a lot of people do,
Okay.
because we've been taught you gotta sidestep or you gotta try and do something strange with the legs.
Right.
You don't want to teach your legs how to move.
Okay.
Because what happens when you trip?
Yeah.
Do you go, oh wait, I need to put my left foot in front because I'm a lefty so that
Right.
I don't fall, right? You don't think
No,
like that.
Right. It's just
What-
natural.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So you want to let your legs take you. So
Okay.
what would they do? They would walk. Now, let me rephrase that. Your legs, your lower body is always, it needs to go to your target. Your upper body, the mission of your lower body is to take you to your target. The mission of your upper body is to help your arm get to where it's going.
Okay.
And then the mission of your arm is power.
Okay.
Okay. So if your target is going to be now the middle of the baseline.
Okay.
So your legs are going to walk in that direction.
Okay.
Ready? That's it. Beautiful.
All right.
Are you feeling your chest?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that one like on
Yeah.
the fall through. Yeah.
So your power eventually needs to come from your chest.
Okay. So
You
do that
don't want
more.
it to come from your hand.
Okay. All right.
You want the original, the beginning of any stroke
Yeah.
comes from the shoulder, from doing this.
Okay.
From doing this, from doing this.
Right, okay.
And then the end of the stroke comes from your arm and your hand.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
right,
when you
the
give
follow
it that
through.
little extra slice or
Right, okay.
whatever. All right, ready? That's it. Good job. So you're only doing half of the stroke, right? Because
Right.
you're just pushing it.
Okay.
So we're combining the legs. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to add the end of the stroke.
Okay.
So that's when you're going to think, okay, I'm going to try and practice the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to use this as a pivot point, but I'm still going to turn a little bit because otherwise it wouldn't be that natural. But it's not the entire racket that's going to cut, it's this that's going to cut.
I see.
So it would look something like that. Wow, not bad for not a lefty. Ready? That's it. Beautiful. Good job.
That was great.
Very nice. And you're welcome to use the legs.
Okay, yeah.
You can step forward. That's it. You see how natural it is?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm not gonna fall, so my legs are taking enough steps.
Right.
So if I told you to go to that corner, how would you move the legs? Let's see.
All right. Oops.
That's okay. It's because you turned that racket a little too soon, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now the last thing. This is where your slice is gonna come from. So the higher you have the tip of the racket in the beginning, guess what? The more you're gonna cut at the end.
Okay.
And that applies to volleys too. So you don't want to be waiting for the ball like this because you're gonna have to go if you want to cut more.
Right.
So same thing on the slice. You're
Okay.
gonna try and take the racket here, and you're gonna try and go slowly down. And when it's time to cut, that's when you go this way.
Okay.
So don't lose your height as you're dragging the ball. So pretend that you're dragging it with the racket looking like a V.
Okay.
And then when you cut, that's when you apply that slice.
Okay.
All right, ready? Not bad, but this is going a little too far. Remember, we're cutting with this. So
Okay,
let's do the
okay.
end. Let's do the end of the stroke.
Okay.
Let's see how that would look. There you go. So it's a little bit like this, right? It's
Right.
not this way. We're
I
pivoting
see.
around the bottom of the racket. Yes.
Oops.
There you go. Not bad. Again, same thing. Beautiful. Now we're gonna combine the whole stroke. Ready?
Okay.
So tip of the racket high. We're gonna drag it, and we're gonna cut it. So, so this is something new for your brain.
Right.
Anytime that you acquire new knowledge, you don't want to do it too fast
Right.
because it's kind of like telling a little kid, okay, now you know how to walk, run.
Right.
So go slow
Okay.
until you can build some pathways in your brain
Okay.
where you remember step 1, step 2 is step 3.
Right.
We all get really excited and we're like, okay, I know it.
Right.
I'm just gonna, rip it.
Okay.
That's good. Again, not bad. So I'm gonna tell you, the one thing that you're gonna struggle with the most is trying to get onto the ball too soon.
Right. Okay.
I already see it. And everybody that does the left to right or right to left right away, they struggle with that.
Right.
So my homework to you is to try and keep that racket in a 90-degree angle for as long as you can.
Okay.
And then right before it's time, that's when you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Ready? There you go. All right, last couple. Beautiful. One last one. Nice. Okay, now in your words, what are you gonna think of? Tell me the first stage of the stroke.
From the back. Okay, so kind of the V-like shape with the racket head up and like high,
Yeah.
like that. And then as I come through, like trying to keep that
Yeah. That angle.
that angle flat, and then kind of hit it out in front, and then kind of come through
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
So-
give you. Go ahead, and then
I guess my only question is like, am I doing this part is a little bit confusing to me still.
at the end, yeah. So what I forgot to mention is that while you're cutting, you still want to push.
Right. Okay.
So it's not just a cut, because then that would send the ball up, right?
Right. Right.
Whichever motion you have first is gonna always dominate. So if you can be pushing, then you're gonna have both. You're gonna be pushing and cutting.
Okay. Right.
Does that make it a little bit more
Yeah.
clear? There you go. Very
Right,
nice.
okay.
Keep going. That's nice.
Right.
Good. Now another thing, You don't, the body sometimes wants to do the job of your racket and your arm, so your body's going, okay, I'm gonna cut.
Okay.
You don't want to do that. Your
Okay.
body always needs to stay as much as you can 90 degrees perpendicular to the ground.
Right, okay.
So that your arm is the one that's coming down.
Okay.
Now, eventually, in some strokes, you're gonna lean forward, but that has to be a result of what's happening.
Right, okay.
If your intention is, I'm gonna cut, or you see it in the serve, I'm gonna hit the ball
Right,
down.
right.
That's
Yeah.
again, the function of your upper body is to help your arm,
Okay.
not be your arm. All right, ready? That's it, and try not to go under so soon.
Okay.
Try to press through it. Yeah, you notice how the sound is different? It's
Yeah.
a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is a little more stringy. That's it. So
Right.
now I want to give you one bonus point. What you're doing is going to apply to your slice backhand volley. All right, so we're going to try and apply the same thing that you just learned to your backhand volley.
All right.
So stay there,
Wonderful.
and we're going to go here. Okay, so come on closer to the net. So now this is even closer than that. This is a short version of what I just told you.
Okay.
Everything applies, but it's much shorter.
Okay.
So I want you to start with just pushing. And don't cut yet. And remember, we're gonna push with that racket in a complete, 90-degree angle.
Okay.
And your strength is gonna come from your chest,
Okay.
not from your arm,
Okay.
from your chest. Ready?
Oops.
That's it. Good job. Perfect.
Where am I supposed to
That's
hit
all
him?
right. No, you're good. You're good. I was
Okay.
expecting it. Here we go. Very good. So you're gonna try and fight that impulse to go under the ball.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now the lower the ball, the harder that's gonna be.
Right.
Because you're gonna have to kind of, pop it over the
Right.
net. So just don't overdo it.
Okay.
Ready?
Oops.
Okay. So now
was-
yeah. That's good. Keep
Right.
that V. Beautiful. Now you're gonna do the whole stroke.
Okay.
Now the stroke actually would look good just like that, right?
Right. Right.
It's enough.
Right.
But now we're gonna complete it.
Okay.
We're gonna push it and then we're gonna cut it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now you're hitting a volley, so you don't need that much
Okay.
backswing as you would over there.
Right.
So just a little bit of backswing is enough.
Okay.
Because things are happening quickly, right?
Right.
Here.
Right. Ah,
That's okay. And remember, you have to keep pushing while you cut.
right. Okay.
Because what's happening right now is that you're only cutting.
Right.
That's
It's
why
dropping.
you're hitting the,
Right.
That's good. So
Right.
you do a perfect combination. The last thing is although the tip is going to go under
Mm-hmm.
the bottom of the racket, we don't want to lift the bottom of the racket. So
Okay.
your elbow is going up a little bit.
Okay.
So we want the elbow to stay or go down. We don't want it doing this.
Okay.
That's probably because you're maybe grabbing the racket too tight or you're thinking too hard maybe about the stroke.
Okay.
So relax all the joints. That's
Yeah.
it. Perfect. Again. Beautiful.
Right.
So again, your mission from now on is to try to relax your joints here, here, and here.
Right.
So that it feels like you're doing this rather than this.
Right. Right. Okay.
Anytime you don't bend a joint, the next joint is going to do more work.
Right.
And when you don't bend a joint, the muscles that are feeding that joint, you're basically giving them up.
Right.
We don't want to do that.
Right.
All right, the
okay.
last two. Ready? Okay, so wait for that ball, push it. That's it. Perfect. All right, good job. I hope that helps.